said, I hope you're all well. Starting earlier today. Typically on Fridays, we have our live streams at 12 p.m. Central Time every week. Today, I'm starting a little earlier. I'm a couple of minutes late, few minutes late. I wanted to start at 11 a.m. Here I am. It's showing 11:03. Happy to be here, folks. And I've got a packed schedule today, and I did not want to miss out on the opportunity to hang out with some hopefully awesome people. So I'm going live. Instead of skipping it all together, I'm starting earlier. All right, so I'm just waiting for some hopefully awesome people to show up. Looking forward to hopefully some great conversations. All right. I've got my coffee. I'm ready to go. Ready to help you folks grow your YouTube channels and grow as individuals, grow as people, and grow some food. It's all about growth, folks. All about growth. Stony Television, I think that is the first comment. Welcome in. How are you today? How are you, Stony Television? Happy you made it, man. Happy you made it. I just started. I'm about 1 minute and 32 seconds into this live stream. Just got it going. I'm ready to roll. I think I'm ready to rant today, folks. I'm feeling it. I'm ready. I'm ready for y'all. Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors. Let me get my big coffee mug so I can fit in and be cool. Haha. Welcome in, Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors. Stony Television. Working hard as usual. How are you, Colin? I'm awesome. Thanks for asking, brother. Good to hear you're working hard. I am giving you moderator status. You may have already had moderator status, but sadly, the horrible person or horrible people who hacked our channel for, I think it was at least a couple of weeks, seemed to remove moderator status from mine and my wife's awesome moderators. From, I would say, most of them or all of them had their moderator status taken. So, if any of you were previously moderators and you lost your wrench, you lost your moderator status, my wife and I did not take that away. Again, that was the horrible person or horrible people who hacked our channel. But we're back, ready to go, ready to grow. And I'm seeing 14 accounts playing this right now. If you're scrolling, stop scrolling, hang out. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. We've already got Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors in the house and Stony Television in the house. Got some great people here, a couple of great people here. Stony Television, no worries, bro. All right, cool. Thanks for being cool about it. Got my coffee with my big mug. Oh yeah, it's going down. All right. Hey, I'm seeing 6 likes already. That's awesome. That was pretty quick. Thank you so much if you were kind enough to hit the like. Haha, Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors beat me to it. He wrote, like, thumbs up, goal. See, he knows what's up. During mine and my wife's live streams, I typically set goals for number of likes. My first goal is, I'm seeing 7 already. Woo, you folks are making it happen fast today. First goal is 12. That's a pretty relatively big or higher number than usual. Vay's Place. Hey, Colin, I was the 6th. Boom, what's up, Verna? When I say Verna, I'm talking about the person who has the channel Vay's Place. Verna's my buddy. She's really, really cool. Very knowledgeable, friendly, supportive. Verna's really cool. Good people, good people. All right. You be raising the bar. Yes, yes. Verna, that's Vay's Place. Hey, Stony, Jail. Thank you for greeting them, Verna. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. All right, let's get to 12 likes. Let's go, let's go. Let's make it happen. It's easy. Boom. It's like, you know, takes a couple of seconds maybe to hit that like. Please make that happen. Gonna wait for hopefully couple or a few more people to join in before I get into today's topic or topics. Right now, just chilling, waiting for some more people to join. All right, first goal, it's 12 likes. Let's go. If you're scrolling right now, stop scrolling. Stop. Hang out with me. Hang out with Verna from Vase Place, Stony, Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors. We got some cool people here. Introduce yourselves in the chat. Like, say hi. Let me know and let the other people that are here know where you're from. What's going on? How you doing today? Oh, very cool. Verna Vase Place wrote, shared you out on Facebook. Thank you so much. That is awesome. Thank you, Verna. That's really cool. Really cool of you. All right, Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors. Hello, Vase. Thank you for greeting her. Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors. I'm seeing 11 accounts playing this right now. If you're scrolling, stop scrolling. Stop scrolling. You have the opportunity right now, anyone who's playing this, to support some good in the world. My wife and I are dedicated to educating people around the world about gardening, homesteading, health, wellness, nutrition, supplementation, self-sufficiency in general. Lots of great things. How to turn your raw material ingredients, your food ingredients into delicious, nutritious meals for your family. If you want to fight back against all the degenerative, satanic, brain rot garbage that's out on social media, support people like us. We're helping people. And I've got to say, folks, it is so awesome when our viewers are kind enough to take the time to comment nice things on our videos, like things about how they learned something, about how they're motivated, about how we've made a difference in their lives. As corny as it might sound, as cliche as it might sound, that makes it all worth it. If my wife and I never make a penny off of our YouTube, we've already helped people, and that has made it worth it. So, hey, and if people learn about composting and it makes their life better, makes the ecosystem around them healthier, that's a win. Those are wins, right? They know how to grow their own food better. That's a win. They get motivated to live a healthier lifestyle. That's a win. And my wife and I are committed. We're not going anywhere. Our channel was hacked recently. My wife, she's awesome. I give all the credit to her. She fought to get it back. She jumped through the hoops to get it back, and we are back. We've got to clean up our homepage. Our homepage is still covered with the horrible persons or horrible people's videos or whatever. It's not even our video. So we're hopefully going to get that fixed, tidied up or whatever. Let me read the chat. Vase Place, Colin, I'm going to be very busy for the next 2 weeks. Remind me I need to do my notification for my live tomorrow. Okay, I will try to remind you. Try to lock it in my brain, Verna. Biggest growing failure you've ever attempted and what you learned from it. Wow, that's a great question. That's a great question. What came to mind, this might not be our biggest failure, was, I think it might have been last year, maybe the year or years before that, or last year and a year or years before that. Our tomatoes got decimated by tomato hornworms. Decimated. I mean, completely destroyed. Like, stripped them down, and I got to them too late. So, lesson learned. I've gotta be in the garden more frequently, looking for those very annoying. However, they play their role in a healthy ecosystem, just like every insect, every animal, but very annoying tomato hornworms. And they could do a massive amount of damage in like 1 or 2 or 3 days, folks. Don't sleep on tomato hornworms. They will move through your tomato crops quickly. So I think that year, or those years, if it was more than 1 year, we got like very little or no tomatoes. Completely destroyed all of our hard work. Shawnee Grows, just joining now. Hello, everyone, and Triple H. Great Friday. Went to the strawberry farm. $1.50 a pound. Wow. That's awesome. Picked 16 pounds. Now back at home making ham bone soup. Welcome in, Shawnee Grows. I'm happy you made it. You are like almost always or always busy from what I can tell. And I love that. I love that productivity. $1.50 a pound. That's amazing. You got 16 pounds. That's a lot of strawberries. You could, and maybe should, turn that into some jam and or jelly and or preserves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's awesome. All right. I will be heading to the garden later today. Need to check out for pests and pick peas. All right, all right. Well, Colin, I did my notification. Great job, Verna. Great job. When's your live? When are you going live, Verna? I'll try to swing by and play it even if I'm busy. I'm happy. The past few days or so, I've taken the time to stop by channels and show support, give people full watches, like, comment, do different things. I love doing that. I love doing that. But my wife and I are connected to so many people, so many great people on YouTube. It's so hard to, or for us, it's prohibitively difficult or arguably impossible for us to get to every channel within in a timely manner, like within a week. I don't even know if I can make it to every channel that we're connected to in 1 week to show support. I could do a pretty good job though. I could do anywhere from 5 to 20 to 30 channels in a day showing them support. All right, Lawrence, welcome in. How do you speak English or Portuguese? English. I'm assuming you might speak Portuguese, Lawrence. That might be why you asked. If so, do you hail from Portugal? Do you hail from Brazil? I might have missed a comment or comments. Lawrence, could you please say Tuesday, January? I just did. English here, Lawrence. Hey, Lawrence, sorry I don't understand what you said. Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Oh, I think I might be able to make that, Verna. All right, let me screenshot. And hopefully I'll remember to check my screenshots. I think my brain is like, I have so many things on my mind. It's so difficult to remember most things, not even everything. I don't even know if that'd be possible for me. But difficult to remember most things. Maybe my brain has just reached its max, and like as one new thing comes in, boom, something else like gets knocked out or something. Lawrence, do you grow fig trees? Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors. I think Lawrence has been here before. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Excuse me. Lawrence, message retracted. Nah, I don't grow fig trees. What did Lawrence write that Verna did not understand? I'm going back in the chat. Shawnee Grows, yes, we must preserve them. They are softer. Jams or jelly. Maybe freeze some for milkshakes, smoothies, future things. I love having frozen fruit ready to go for smoothies. Totally. Like, smoothies, when made well, could be a meal replacement. Or a snack, but my wife and I, we make some pretty awesome smoothies with a variety of nutrition, fats, carbs, protein, nice stuff, packed with nutrients, packed with minerals, trace minerals. Sometimes we try to remember too many things. LOL. Yep. I'm doing a challenge in my house to not buy from the store the remaining of the month, helping us eat what we have and get creative. I love that, Shawnee. I've talked about that in I've talked about in the past, video or videos and / or live stream or live streams. My wife and I call that a fiscal fast. So on occasion, listen up, folks. This might be a nice tip for you. Sometimes the best tips are what might seem like common sense, might seem obvious, but maybe you just never thought of it. Maybe you've never thought of it in a specific way. Maybe you forgot. Fiscal fast. On occasion, every 3 months, 6 months, maybe once a year, stop your spending. Stop your spending and work through your pantry. You will find there are certain things that you don't eat that frequently. And it's a great opportunity to Get rid of the old, consume rather, the old stuff to make room for new. Big part of prepping is working through your pantry. I believe every pantry should be a working pantry. Well, that's ideal, and that should be the primary focus. However, having 50 pounds, 100 pounds or more of different things like rice and whatever, sure. Long-term, 20 plus years, 10 plus year storage, 20 plus year storage, all amazing. It's ideal if you could work through it, so you're constantly getting fresh stuff. And I like how Shawnee had mentioned creative. It's very important. When you're forced to, when you're doing a fiscal fast, like my wife and I call it, you're forced to turn the stuff you don't typically eat, or you eat less frequently, into meals. And it's fun. It can be really, really fun. Like when I, years ago, I was following what might be considered a paleo diet, which I still think is a great general diet for most or all people. That was great for me because it narrowed my focus and it got me into really trying different things. And I remember lamb shoulder chops was one of the things I would buy. Very cheap. Lamb is a superfood, and I love them. I think they're delicious, cheap, underrated cuts of lamb. And you work on getting your vegetables, and if you are having some carbs, healthy carbs, and just trying different things, it's fun. So everybody do a fiscal fast, minimum every 3 months. If not 3 months, 6 months, or a year. Stop the spending. Boop. Put it on hold. Stop it all. Work through your stuff. Prepper perspective, prepper mindset. While you're doing that, you got two choices. You could concurrent to that at the same time as that. While you're doing that, you can stockpile and build up your reserves, because you never really want to get to the point that you've got little or no food. Okay. Or you could hold on tight, get your food volume, amount, whatever, to a point you feel comfortable that you could still survive for a minimum of, let's say, a week. And then when you get to that point, go and buy. But if you buy anything, maybe at the end of your fiscal fast, which again might defeat the purpose because you want to hold on as long as you can and not spend anything. Towards the end of your fiscal fast, if you buy anything, have it be stuff that you're not going to touch for the remainder of the fiscal fast, if that makes sense. And I'm talking about buying stuff during the fiscal fast only at the end if, keyword, if you reach levels that you're not comfortable with. You reach levels that if a bad storm happens, you're going to be stuck in your house for a week or whatever. You don't want to be caught in that position. So things to think about, folks. Let me read the chat. I see some awesome people staying active in the chat. Let's go. All right. All right. This is what I couldn't understand. So you can say, yeah, I don't know what that was about. And I am seeing this thing. I've seen this many times, and I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about. I'm going to write it as if I'm looking at it, so it'll be opposite for you folks. It's like a scripter. I don't know. It looks like this. Bottom right, letter A, line on top. I don't know if that's like an emoji people use and it's coming up as that. I really wish you folks could see what I'm talking about. Let me know what it is. Same here, Shawnee. So last night I took leftover rabbit and made it in the soup. There you go. We brought this challenge on. I don't know if anybody asked, but I would like to know. Just don't want to be spending the money. Great. Yes, it's forcing my children to try new meals. Awesome. It forced us to make our bread. Children are loving that. Awesome. Lawrence, message retracted is Shawnee Gross. It also teaches me what to actually stock up on to make it useful for us. Very good. Very, very good, Shawnee. Very good. After a while, those of you who pay attention and you're intentional about the food you buy, you know what your family eats. You know what you're gonna typically eat once a week or once every 2 weeks or whatever. Like in our rice, our house, I'm gonna say we need rice. In our house, we need pasta. In our house, we need red meat, beef, lamb, venison. There's certain things that we eat. We had little fusilli with meat sauce for dinner yesterday. It was leftover venison, perhaps venison Denver steaks, and some beef, skirt steak, maybe bavette steak. It was a beef and venison combo. I chopped it up, boom, 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 real small, little olive oil, light saute, added some cheap canned and jar sauce, seasoned with some of our homegrown herbs. Delicious, nutritious, comfort food. I would say we quite possibly eat pasta with meat sauce at least once a week in our house. What do you think, Dean? Once a week? Okay. Mine and my wife's older son, Dean, is nearby, sunbathing, and he was reading. Now he's doing whatever on our deck. All right. What is your favorite type of January? Lawrence, I don't understand your question. Jeremiah Sigma said hi. Welcome in, Jeremiah. Welcome in. I went Verna. When I say Verna, folks, I'm talking about Vay's Place. I went hungry as a child, so I kind of hoard canned goods. I feel you should have at least a month of food stock. I absolutely agree, and I'm sorry you went through that, Verna. I grew up poor during my younger years of my life. I mean, very poor, and I had a horrible diet, very unhealthy. Yeah, and I think in my brain I like having an abundance. I like having food because I never want to have that scarcity again. I never want to not have food and or not have options. I'm not sure. I think that might have had an effect on me as a child, and it might still affect me today. Hello from Indonesia. Welcome in from Indonesia. Jeremiah might be the first international person as an outside of America in this live stream. Lawrence may be outside of America, but I don't know if Lawrence ever wrote about where they're from. Verna spent too much money to put on a new place, trying to stop the flow for a couple of weeks. I get it. And folks, let me tell you, having a bunch of food stockpiled, that's like cash. Better than cash. And my wife and I, probably more than once, have had we've leaned on our food stockpile where we didn't go shopping for a while. And during those tough times, those tight times, it was so helpful. It was so helpful for a month or longer, maybe 2 months, 3 months, maybe, I don't recall, to put our grocery spending on pause. Because any of you folks that buy your own food, you know food is, it's really crazy how food prices just continue to skyrocket. So putting your food spending on hold for a month, we're a family of 4 in our house, and before my mother had passed within the past couple of months or so, there's my wife, our 2 sons, and my mom. So 5 of us in this house. You're talking over $1,000 a month easily. And that's like buying cheaper, simple stuff that we can defer that expense to a later time, the food expense, if that makes sense. I like a good pasta with just garlic, salt, pepper, and butter. Oh yeah, I love that. Simple, or even just butter, or butter, salt, and pepper. Yeah, the garlic, that's nice too. Maybe a little cheese, but not needed. My stomach hurts. Oh. The sentence is Portuguese. I said means, can you please say Tuesday, January? I just said it again there, Lawrence, when I read your comment. And I say again because I read your comment earlier and said that. I'm very curious, Lawrence. Why do you want me to say those words? My radar went off. Like, is this going to be some AI record? Dean, make sure you stay out of the video, baby, okay?
Okay.
Were you trying to actively or no? Or
No.
passively or no?
No.
So you did not even think about it?
Yes.
Make sure you stay out of the video, okay?
Okay.
Do you think you were in it?
I don't think so.
Okay. Don't come over here, sweetheart. Um, so my radar went off and I'm thinking, am I going to be like AI recorded? You know that thing nowadays where they could actually just record your voice and then extrapolate that or whatever, and they can call like loved ones or whoever with your voice, even though it's not really you talking, and get them to send them money, and all the scams out there. Nowadays, it's like so maddening. It's sad that people have to be on such guard with so many things. Like when you get a spam phone call, even just saying hello and slash or saying your name, they could take that and they've got your voice. They can call someone you love, a family member, and it could sound just like you. That's the level that we've reached, folks. All right, back to the chat. I don't feel bad for the past. It is all what makes us what we are today. Yes, learn from the past and be better from what you've learned. Lawrence, I'm from California. Okay, thank you for writing where you're from, Lawrence. Welcome in from California. Food is too expensive, and the flavor and the size of packages have been depleting as the prices go up. I know. I think I've noticed that the foods just haven't been tasting the same. It's weird. Has anyone else noticed that? Maybe for at least a few months, maybe a year or longer, food's just tasting different. I don't recall anything in particular, but I think there's been a thing or things that I've been like, this is not what it used to be. I think I noticed sometime in the past few years or so that they may have changed the ingredients to A1 steak sauce. Or at least maybe changed what's on the bottle. Message retracting. Vase Place, listen to your radar, Colin. How are you people feeling about the growth in the garden? Great from what I've seen. I really should get out there and check on things more closely. A lot of our stuff my family and I have just neglected. It's been rainy here, which is great. But on the days that it's really raining, relatively hard, I'm not going to be out there. It's not like some suburban or urban garden where it's just like right outside and we could just stand in the rain. It's like we've got to navigate through native vegetation and just sloppy, wet vegetation all over the place. It's not fun. Got to do some mowing and clean some things up. But things are growing well. Things are growing well. We've been harvesting a little bit as we go. Just hoping things come through and grow well. I wonder what messages, I think it's plural, Lawrence has retracted. Anything bad, folks? Any moderators or anyone else that's not a moderator even? Have you noticed anything bad? I try to stay on top of things. Too many factory farms. They breed for shipping and shelving instead of for flavors. Yes. Yes. You're absolutely right, Verna. You're absolutely right. Yep. Vase Place. Mine looks fantastic, Shawnee. Not bad, Colin. Oh, I'm not sure what the not bad Colin was about, but all right, I'll take it. Had a pretty good showing today. The number goes up and down, which is typical for the amount of people playing the live stream. Dean, try to stay in the sun, baby. Get some sunlight. There you go. Retracted was not bad. Okay, thanks for letting me know, Verna. Thanks for letting me know. And folks, I will be, I'll say typically, just in case, sticking with the 12 p.m. Central Time, Friday live streams. Today, I wanted to do it earlier. I have so many things to get done, so I started an hour earlier, and it seems to have worked out well. Sunlight makes the bones stronger. Bones get stronger. Absolutely. That's right. Vitamin D will help drive that calcium into the bones, into the osteocytes, strengthen bones. That's absolutely correct. A lot of people have too much calcium in their blood because the calcium is not actually getting into their bones. So they might take a supplement, for example, even eat calcium-rich foods, but they're not. Their bodies aren't getting to the point that the calcium is being driven into their bones. There's like stages to nutritional thinking. A lot of people just think stage 1. They don't think or perhaps have the knowledge about that stage 2, stage 3 stuff. Oh, this soup is fabulous tasting right now. All right, all right. Hey, check out our recent video about microgreens. I think it's a nice overview of general things to consider. And I could have gotten into some hardcore details about different things in the video, but I kind of kept it broad so that beginners to microgreens would get hopefully a lot out of it, and also put some things in there for intermediate and advanced gardeners or advanced microgreen growers to get some stuff out of it as well. But check out that video. Is because they don't have vitamin D, which helps your body use the calcium. Yes. Vase Place. It was a good video, Colin. Thank you, Verna. Thank you. Thank you very much. I was a little, I mean, I'm clearly not shy, to those of you who know me, and most of my videos are without a script. Sometimes I'll have notes maybe, and most of them are pretty much one shot done kind of things. I probably will be doing less of that in the future because I want to have more polished videos, and we will be making our editing, stepping up our editing and stuff like that. But I might have been at least a little concerned after that video that I didn't do a good job. It's hard. It's not easy, especially when it's one shot and done kind of videos, to stay on track, not digress too much. Make sure you cover everything you want to cover. Are you speaking well? A lot of people who are not content creators don't realize how difficult it is, including for people like me who I think I speak relatively well. I enjoy speaking. I can be pretty organized at times, and even including for people like me, it's not easy. And I think that's one of the reasons that a lot of people don't ever create content. It's not easy. It's not easy. And a lot of people are full of opinion, as they have the right to have. I love when people have opinions. I think it's great. They're full of opinions about content creators, and they can critique them and everything. And hey, I'm fine with that too. But they do it from a place of ignorance. Like, if you're going to critique content creators, walk a mile in their shoes. You know what I mean? Host a live stream yourself like this. See what it's like. Try to do one-shot recorded videos. See how you do. And then, from a place of understanding, critique respectfully. There's some unsolicited advice to whoever might be listening. Omen Black and White TV. What's up? Welcome in, brother. Sorry I'm late. It's all good, man. I'm happy you made it. What's going on? What's up in Portugal? What's up in Portugal? Next month, my videos may be different. Oh, tell me more. Verna, tell me more. What's up? What's up with the video change or changes? Let me know. I'm seeing 9 likes. By the way, thank you to everybody who hit the like. You're awesome for doing that. My first goal was 12. You folks got me excited. I was like, wow, these likes are coming in fast or relatively quick. And I set it for 12. So yeah, 3 more. I see 10 now. All right, 2 more. Getting weird, bro. Oh. Please explain, Omen Black and White TV 976. What's getting weird? Things are weird in Portugal? Is that what you mean? Vase Place, you will find out eventually, LOL. All right, all right. Okay, I'll be checking it out. I'll be checking it out. Dean, please go into the sunlight, baby. I want you to get more sunlight, okay?
Okay.
Try to stay right there in the sun area where the sunlight is, okay? Well, I'm going to make an announcement. Yeah, I'm going to make an announcement. I think it's time. So, very exciting news for my wife, our sons, and I. Our youngest son, he's 3. He might not understand, or maybe he doesn't fully understand it yet. This coming Friday is my wife's last day at her job. She's retiring, coming home full time to do the things that she does best and do the most important things, which is be my wife and be the mother of our 2 amazing, perfect, beautiful babies. And yeah, and she's going to be helping a lot with our YouTube channel and getting a lot of other things going. We have so much exciting stuff planned. Our channel, I think, is going to look dramatically different with my wife being more involved in managing and doing more things. She'll be posting more videos up herself. So we are so excited. We worked so hard, and there are some question marks. There's some uncertainty or whatever, but we are trusting in God. We know it's the best thing for our family, and we're marching forward and going to be really putting a lot of attention, a lot more attention into our family business ventures. So I'm so excited. Maybe a little nervous, at least a little nervous maybe, but not really, or maybe not even nervous at all, which might sound crazy. Going from 2 incomes to 1 during these times, but I won't get into all the reasons why we're doing it, but my wife and I agree it is absolutely what's best for my wife, our 2 sons, and I. And yeah, so that is going to really help us with our YouTube channel. We're going to be stepping things up. I'm pumped. I'm so excited. She needs about 30 minutes to an hour each day in the sunlight. Who is she? Maybe Verna meant to write he. Well, exposure varies. It also varies on time, the angle of the sun in the sky, where you are, time of the year, and different things like that. But at least 10 to 15 minutes, absolute minimum, to really get your body to start producing anything. Also, exposing as much of your skin as possible is important, preferably naked, as long as no one's around, obviously. Or only family, whoever is, you're fine with seeing you naked. Don't do anything disgusting, folks. Don't do anything illegal. And also not bathing before you sunbathe. It's very important to keep the natural oils in your skin so that your, like the oils that your sebaceous glands release, so that your sun can actually produce vitamin D. Your body can actually produce vitamin D from the sun. So don't bathe or shower until after you have your sun exposure. That's a very important tip that I think a lot of people don't even know about. They'll shower, then go outside, and you're dramatically limiting, possibly even stopping. I assume maybe just limiting your vitamin D production at that point. So don't shower or bathe beforehand. I would say this time of year in Missouri, anywhere from 10 a.m. to like 2 p.m. is a nice broad 4-hour window. That's great for vitamin D production. Vitamin D is also connected to your melatonin production, and I could talk about this stuff for a long time. I've done quite a bit of research about vitamin D and vitamin D production. Your daughter. Oh, we don't have a daughter. We have 2 sons. My wife and I have our 2 sons, Dean and Liam. Dean is 8, Liam is 3. When I switched to being stay at home 8 years ago, it was very planned, and it's been rough at times, but the right thing and totally worth it. She will grieve her job, but be so happy. She will miss the people she works with. She works with some really incredible people, really good people. She is really connected with them. And they've been so kind to her and so great to her for the years that she's been working there. And now she'll actually have more time to maybe just hang out with them as friends, which is nice. I don't know if she'll be grieving the professional part of that, like the career path and all that, but she will be missing the people, from what she said, and or I assume. Shawnee wrote, he has 2 sons. Well then, your child. I am outside walking Lucy at least an hour a day. Helps us as we get older. Very good, Verna. Very good. Congratulations to your wife and family. Thank you, Verna. Let me go back in the chat. Oh man, yeah, you know, data centers and farmers, I guess it's everywhere. It is everywhere in America. It's heartbreaking. I believe I heard something recently that like 70+% or 70% of Americans, don't quote me on that. There's one thing I heard, and it seems to make sense because I haven't really met anybody who is actually for them, or against them. And there are so many horrible effects. I don't even want to get into it too much right now. I might end up ranting. I'll tell you this, you folks do what you want. I am vehemently against them, completely, in all shapes, all sizes, all forms, for multiple reasons. And I have thought about it a lot. I've done a lot of research. I've looked into it. I've looked at the side effects and the things, and it's absolutely horrible overall, absolutely horrible. And any temporary supposed benefits are either not going to happen, and if they do, they're going to be temporary, and it's going to be far outweighed by the negatives, way more negatives than positives. I don't know how any thinking person could actually support them, knowing what it does to farmland, land in general, what it does to the water supply, what it does as far as pollution, polluting the water, okay, polluting local water sources, what it does as far as the effects on the people in the area, what it does as far as noise pollution, what horrible eyesores they are in the middle of beautiful places or places that were once previously beautiful, and what they're being used for, which is schmersmalins. Okay, hopefully you folks will understand what I'm saying there. Vehemently, passionately against them. I am. And my wife and I have planned it, but at a certain point for us, it came down to a leap of faith, literally and figuratively. And we're trusting in God. God has always provided for us. He's always made ways. He's always taken care of us, spoiled us actually. And yeah, even with the question marks, we're going for it. Yeah, it will get worse. Yeah. Verna wrote, I agree, Colin. I'm so happy you agree with me. And in Black and White TV wrote, amen. I'm assuming that's probably about a thing or things I said. If so, I'm happy you agree with me. I think a lot of people, they've just been fooled. They've just been fooled. They listen to these billionaires and trillionaires lie to them, and they just A lot of the people that believe in this stuff and think it's going to be good, they're just high trust people. They're really good people with big hearts, kind people, and they've been fooled. They've been fooled. When really, just listen to the people who have had these things pop up where they live, what it's done to their home prices, how they literally can't even sell their homes anymore because they've crashed in value and nobody wants to live near these things, or very few people, or no people. I mean, like, you have countless people giving very specific, detailed, scientifically backed information against them. And then also just apply your common sense and your logic. Do you really think this is for good? Do you? Do you really think that we need to beat China in the AI race? We've already beat them as far as the amount of those places and whatever else. And well, as far as at least the amount of those places. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. And if you believe anything mainstream media says, whether left wing, right wing, oh, that's so sad. That is so, so sad. I really encourage you to at least just do a Google search, which, by the way, think about, that's also biased. And that's going to only show you certain things and whatever. Do your own research. Look up what independent journalists say, people that are not paid off, people that are not less likely to be biased, okay? Look at different perspectives, including perspectives you don't even agree with. It doesn't take a lot of time, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, you could wrap your brains around what's going on with those things, at least enough to have a basic understanding. Okay, I'm not asking you to spend hours and hours and hours researching like I have. Thanksgiving and love are not spoiling. Oh, I think that might be in reference to God spoiling us. Yes, I just meant like the connotation of we've been so blessed. My wife, our 2 sons, and I, we've been so blessed, and life is not easy for us. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much. It is really, really tough at times, and we work very, very hard, and we're so blessed. We're so blessed. Blind sheep. Yeah, you know, Verna, I agree with you. I agree with you. It really is. I mean, that is pejorative and it's arguably mean, but it really is a great way to explain how they are. Blind sheep. It makes sense, right? I mean, to me. Don't believe everything you hear and only half of what you see. But there's people who will watch the news and just be like, yeah, this is it. Not realizing that all those conglomerates are owned by the same group of people or same groups of people. And if you are ever going to put yourself through the brain damage listening to any of that stuff, pay attention to the scripts. Pay attention to the phrases that are repeated. It's brainwashing. It's indoctrination. They'll say certain like buzzwords, certain phrases, and it's just cut and paste. They're going to say it over and over again. And then what happens? All the idiots out there that are parrots, they just regurgitate whatever they heard. And they think they're smart, as if they landed on that opinion by themselves. Me and 10 likes. Let's try to get this before I finish. I'm gonna finish up, folks. I have a lot to get accomplished today. Thank you all for being here. I'm gonna take a quick break, real quick break, and moderators. Let's see who we have. Oh, Omen Black and White. I'm gonna make you a moderator. You may have been a moderator already, but whoever took over our channel removed moderator status from, I think, most or all of the moderators we had. I've been saying this, it has not been my wife and I. I love our moderators. So moderators, keep an eye on the chat. Enjoy your Father's Day if I don't see you. Thank you, Shawnee. Thank you, and I hope your husband has an awesome Father's Day too. I hope he has a great one. That is why I got rid of TV over 10 years ago. Very good. For the first 2, 3, 4, however many years we lived in Missouri, we didn't even have a TV. We got one just to watch an occasional movie, occasional whatever. We rarely ever use it. Blessed Father's Day to all the fathers here. That was very nice of you to write, Verna. He are hosting a pop-up disc golf tournament at a county park tomorrow and serving a meal to the players. Interesting. I watch movies on my computer. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, we've done that. Or on our iPad or whatever, things. Happy first day of summer tomorrow if I don't see you. Oh, all right. I think I might have seen a dot comment from Shawnee. If so, thank you for staying active in the chat. And folks, I just want to say I really will be trying to stick to that 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. I do think that there is value in just being consistent and making it happen. But I made an executive decision today to make it happen earlier. Seems to have worked out great. We had some awesome people show up. We still have some awesome people here. First day of summer is Sunday the 21st. Okay, I was thinking the 21st. I was thinking, is that summer solstice or whatever? Today's the 19th. So yeah, Sunday then. So Father's Day, if it's Father's Day Sunday, then that's summer, first day of summer as well. Twinbrook Acres, hey all, can't stay. I'm working on a repair to my kitchen floor. Thanks for stopping in, brother. I'm happy you made it. That's Rick, right? Rick. Hey, Twinbrook. Face Place Road. Yeppers. Maybe about whatever things I said. Hi, Vay. I'm just reading the chat, folks. All right, I'm gonna step aside for a quick, couple of minutes or so. Moderators, hold it down. I'll be right back. Hold it down. Do moderator stuff. My wife and I have the best moderators on our channel. And if any of you think you have the best moderators on your channel, you're wrong. I'm joking, but at least partially serious. Yeah, I got love for you folks. All right, I'll be right back. Dean, get back into the sun. You just wanted to go out of it, or you just didn't think about it? What? Okay, make sure you don't go anywhere near the video, okay?
Okay.
I think I never said that. All right, folks, I'm back. Quick little break. I was reading some of the chat. Welcome in. All right. 77 degrees in Ohio. All right. And yes, Rick, I remembered your name, boss. Old farmhouse. Someone installed a new floor over the old floor. There is one small area that needs support. I will have it done today. Great job staying productive, boss. Look at those moderators. Shawnee Grows. Welcome in. Our host has stepped away. Thank you for writing that. Shawnee, good thing I grow in containers. I'll be taking my garden with me when I move. I love container growing. I will always grow in containers. We're blessed with some acreage, and I will still grow in containers. I believe in diversifying your, what I call your grow folio, right? Pros and cons, container growing in ground. I love it all. Hugelculture, food forest, microgreens, I love it all. It's also fun, right? To grow in different ways, right? There's a lot that can be done in containers. I think a lot of people truly don't know how much food they can produce in just a few small pots. Like I've got one right next to me, like this. Boom, how you doing? In this, you can grow so much. Herbs are great for pots that size, and many of them are cut and come again. You harvest, you come back, you harvest, you come back, you harvest, and just keep on going, keep on growing. Good thing I grow in containers. Yeah, I have two containers of sweet potatoes in them. We have a grow bag with a sweet potato slip, maybe slips, that Verna sent us growing. I'm actually going to hopefully check on those today. See how, check on it or them today. See what's going on with them. Hopefully we're not too late to plant more sweet potatoes in the season for a fall harvest, because my awesome wife actually just cut off some slips or whatever, chits rather, from some sweet potatoes that will get planted. Back to work on the floor. Take care. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Rick. You're awesome. Have a great day, boss. I'm seeing 13 likes. Thank you to everybody who hit the like. You folks made it happen. Crushed the goal. All right. Thank you. Thank you. This was a fun live stream. I got to rant a little. I got to give unsolicited advice. Covered some different topics. It was a good one. It was a good one. I'm going to finish up. The purple sweet potatoes are in the large mineral tub. What do you mean by mineral tub? It's crazy how, reminder to think about the full garden. If that was to me, then I'll take that reminder. We've been getting so much rain. I'm so thankful for the rain. And stuff has exploded with growth. You could like not check on, especially sprawling plants like zucchini and eggplant and melons and things. They can grow like multiple feet in days. One of our growing areas, our garden areas, between the native vegetation and the stuff we've planted, it's like a jungle out there. I got to get in there at some point, clean it up, and mow to limit exposure to ticks. Those tubs that hold the mineral licks for goats and such, cleaned and reused as grow tubs. Interesting. I might not be familiar with those, but great job being resourceful and creative. Awesome job, Verna. Awesome job. Hey, in Twin Brook Acres, thanks again, and hope to see you soon, man. Hope it all works out with the floor. And Verna gave you some great advice, even though you might already know. Check the floor out. Check the, make sure everything is good. You got to replace anything, do it now while it's nice and open. We learned that back in New York when we had our kitchen redone. Yeah, had to replace some things and have some things, some boards sistered up or whatever it's called and supported, and the joys of being a homeowner, right? However, I am very thankful that we own our home. It's a blessing. And most people, that is the ultimate holder of their wealth, is their homes. For the average working class person, that, if they happen to own a home, that's where the majority of their money is, in their equity. Even though your mortgage, Latin for death grip, okay, even though you're paying 2 or 3 times and sometimes more than what the house is worth at the end of 30 years, if you index that and make that relative to inflation and how, whatever, you get in, if you approach it in a formulaic manner, if you end up paying 3 times with inflation indexed, maybe you're paying 2 times or 2.5 times. Still, you're paying a lot more for that house with a mortgage than a lot of people realize. My daughter is growing her purple sweet potatoes in a 5-gallon bucket. Awesome. 5-gallon buckets are amazing. Get food grade. Spend a few minutes, look up online, check the bottom of the containers. Perhaps they're on the side. I know they're usually or maybe always on the bottom. And there's different markings, different codes or whatever. Make sure it's food grade. Give yourself some drainage. Some rocks at the bottom are great, and you're growing, right? Right. You live in an urban area, suburban area. It could be like a 20-minute project to get like 5 to 10 5-gallon buckets growing. You don't need a lot of space. Imagine 5-gallon buckets, right? Not that big. Boom. I mean, there's things you can build to hold them and make a 5-gallon bucket garden. Sure, you don't need that. And stop by anywhere that sells food, right? Respectfully ask them if you could get your hands on some of that. Maybe let them know that you intend on recycling them, reusing them, up-purposing them, or whatever, right? Let them know you're doing good things. Maybe they'll be kind enough to give you at least one. And if you don't do that, they're probably going to end up in a landfill. Well, they will if nobody takes them, or they'll be sitting around somewhere. So it's one of those win-win-win situations. Less for them to throw out, great for the environment. You've got a container to grow food in, right? And they're great. And they're arguably better than things like this, which might not be food grade. Are there any markings in the bottom of this? Let's check it out. I don't know. Plastic is typically garbage, including the stuff that does not have the BPAs and whatever, endocrine disruptors and whatnot. It's typically garbage. Stay away from it if you can. If you're going to use plastic, try to use food grade plastic. Vase plates, always get food grade containers. That is why mineral tubs are great. Yes, excellent. Restaurants are good places to get 5-gallon food grade buckets and coffee grounds to use in your soil. Absolutely. I love your thinking, Verna. I work in restaurants. It's what I do. It's how I feed my family. And I'm that guy. Let me drop some knowledge real quick. I'm that guy who brings food grade buckets to work. Okay, to at least one of my jobs. I bring food grade buckets to work. I am bringing home oyster shells, various uses, okay? I'm bringing home food scraps. I'm bringing home eggshells, which is usually or always mixed in with the food scraps. I'm bringing home used coffee grounds. I'm bringing home used tea leaves. And I'm turning it into nutrients for our plants, which feeds our family. I'm turning the food scraps and the eggshells. That's food for our chickens, food for our rabbits, which then feeds our family. Keeping it out of landfills. And I'm going to take it a step further and get into some stuff that a lot of people probably don't think about. They think about, sure, you're keeping it out of the landfill. Great. Sure, you're feeding your livestock. Great. You know what I think about? I think about over the course of a year, how much am I improving the fuel efficiency of those garbage trucks? How much wear and tear am I preventing? If I'm bringing home 10 to 30 pounds of stuff every shift, right? Let's say I work 5 shifts there in a week. Do the math. Do the math for a week, a month, a year. And it's a small thing, sure, it's a small thing, but it makes a big difference. And if more people did that, if you folks saw the amount of amazingly, totally fine food that Americans throw out, it would blow your minds. People coming in, ordering $50, $80, $100 steaks, eating half of it, and throwing the rest out because they just don't eat leftovers. I don't care how wealthy I get in life. God willing, I will be very wealthy. I will be that guy saving leftovers. I will. I will never change that. It's a sin to waste food. Or if it's not a sin, it's at least irresponsible. And sometimes they might have a valid reason, like, hey, we're staying in a hotel. We won't have a chance to eat this. Still, what a shame, right? What a shame. They'd be better off taking that leftover steak and throwing it in the woods somewhere, feeding the soil, feeding the animals, wildlife, whatever. Okay? So yeah, people think about saving things. I think about wear and tear on vehicles. Okay? Less work for the employees. Less fuel being burned. A lot of people talk about going green, going green, going green. Virtue signal, self-righteous, virtue signal, self-righteous, when I actually do stuff about it. And yeah, I'm going to pat myself on the back because I'm so sick of people talking, and they don't do anything, right? My wife and I do things about it. We produce very little garbage in our home. Very little garbage compared to families of the same size. Very little garbage. And I'm happy. I'm happy. The things we do on our homestead, it's bigger than just us. Okay? The way we have remediated our property, we've used regenerative growing methods. Letting vegetation just grow wild. Sure, it's an eyesore. We might not look good to the neighbors. My wife and I think it looks beautiful. But you know what we've done for this ecosystem? Do you know what we've done? How much we've improved the wildlife and the turkeys and the amount of deer we have on our property? Do you know what we've done for the topsoil that humans have destroyed in the Midwest and around America and around the world? Do you know how much we're building up our topsoil? I can go on and on. Was that considered a rant? I don't know. Maybe it was. Back to the chat. And I'm going to finish up. I used to work in restaurants as well when I was much younger. All right. Rabbit poop is great for your garden. Absolutely. Yeah, I wish we had systems in place to process leftovers into people's hands. Sure. The only problem is a lot of people are irresponsible and they're going to, like when you see the things that's like compost, recycle, whatever, the buckets, a lot of people are just lazy, stupid, I assume at times malevolent, and they're putting things in the wrong things. Then you've got toxic compost and like, oh, come on, people. Come on. Be better. Do better. Get a freeze dryer, Colin. It is great to put your leftovers in so you don't get sick of the same food over and over. Freeze dryer would be great. I would love to get one. I think my wife, I assume she would. Maybe she's told me. I don't remember right now. Freeze dryers are amazing. We do a great job in our home of using up leftovers relatively quickly. Nothing stays in our fridge really more than a week. Or I would say the animal proteins, the expensive stuff, doesn't stay in our fridge really typically for more than a week. Usually 1, 2, 3 days. We work through things. We're constantly taking leftovers like we did yesterday. Venison, steaks, beef steaks. I think it was venison Danvers steaks, beef bavette steak, maybe a sirloin in there, a beef sirloin, and skirt steak, all grass-fed, high-quality stuff. Relatively affordable, cheaper than fast food, way better as far as nutrition. Chopped it up, turn it into pasta with meat sauce. Boom. Use some of our fresh homegrown herbs in there. Boom. Taking care of our family. And having fun and eating well at the same time. Cooking is an underrated skill that everybody should have. Men included. I do believe in biblical roles. I do believe in men and women both focusing on certain things. Men and women having different roles. Men and women being physiologically and psychologically, scientifically proven, but I won't get into it, different. different endocrine systems, different musculoskeletal systems, different psychology, being better at things. My wife is better at things than I will be. I'm better at some things than she will be. Together, we're a great team. All that being said, where was I going with this? With the, cook. Everybody should know how to cook. Everyone should know how to cook. There's no excuses. Learn how to cook. Watch YouTube if you don't know. Get a mentor. Talk to your neighbor. Talk to your grandma, whoever you got in your life. Learn how to cook. Sure, a lot of idiots survive off DoorDash and takeout and dining out all the time, wasting however much of their money. Okay? What are you going to do if you have to cook one day? What if you got to cook for weeks, months, years at a time? Because the world is a different place. What are you going to do? And it's fun. It should be fun, I think, to everybody. But all that being said, my wife and I strongly subscribe to and try to live out biblical roles for men and women as husband and wife. I still do the dishes on occasion. I still clean on occasion. My wife still does whatever, some lifting on occasion or whatever. We typically try to do certain things. But just because I'm a man doesn't mean that I don't need to know how to cook. You're an adult, you got to know how to cook. I mean, come on now. Restaurants need a freeze dryer. What do you mean, Shawnee? Like, so they could freeze dry scraps for whoever, for whatever? Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. I'm not sure what that comment was about, Verna. I'm just reading the chat, trying to get caught up. Lots of time, they just don't think. So I'm not understanding at least some of this, but it's all good. It's fine. Thank you so much for staying active in the chat, folks. Just trying to get caught up on chat. Make pasta at home so you know what goes into it. Yes, there's an excellent point. As a person who's worked in restaurants for about 25 years, even the high-end fine dining establishments, many people would be alarmed, and I think at times disgusted if they knew what happens behind the scenes. I could write a book on it, and maybe I will. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Whew, you have allergies and you're dining out, food allergies, you're taking a risk. I'm going to leave it at that. That includes with staff that cares and is careful, you're taking a risk. And disgusting things happen. Cook your own food, you know what goes into it. It's one of the benefits of cooking. One of my biggest joys was making food and watching people eat it. Oh, I get that. When it comes to that, Verna, I'm very much like you. I think Verna and I are similar in a lot of ways, probably. We're like-minded in a lot of ways. Yeah, that's fun, right? I mean, for me and my wife, we love cooking and having people enjoy it. Like, sure, compliments are nice, but it's more than that. It's just seeing people happy. Seeing them enjoy it. It's so nice. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder in reference to your place being beautiful to you and perhaps not your neighbors. Oh, yeah, I absolutely agree. My wife and I think the native vegetation and including the trees is beautiful. All the clover that shows up, the wildflowers, beautiful. Sure, a nicely mowed lawn looks nice or cool too in a way or ways. Ideal for us would be we can clean up certain areas and have it nicely mowed and let, I would say, the majority of it grow wild, continue to grow wild. That would be nice to have more of both instead of pretty much most of it being wild. Now we just mow paths for the most part and mow small areas. A ride-on mower would make things a lot easier for us. It is rough with me. I have to carry an EpiPen with me when I go out to eat. Well, stay safe and be smart. And sadly, again, even the careful employees, the ones who actually care, people still make mistakes. Some people don't even understand fully as far as knowledge goes. Allergies, for example. Like a lot of people would be surprised, I think, to know that many restaurant employees, including what us restaurant folks call back of house employees, like kitchen employees, don't really know what gluten-free means. They don't. They don't know what celiac is. They don't. They think they do, but they don't. And it's painful to listen to people confidently be wrong. But that's a lot of what I struggle with in my life, listening to a lot of idiots who think they know what they're talking about. Oh, was that harsh? Oh, but it's real. It is watching their expression as they try something they have never eaten. That's awesome. Grow food, not grass. Oh yeah, that's growing food is way better than growing grass. In my opinion, when I think that's could be a fact if looked at objectively, if that's possible. I am allergic to MSG. Ooh. So that might be tough because it might be in a lot of things and people don't even realize it's in them. Hey, I'm gonna finish up. I got a lot to do. I'm actually behind schedule, but I was having a fun time. That might be at least partially why I stayed to hang out with you awesome people. Thank you so much. I'm seeing 13 likes, finishing strong. Thank you to all of you for your support. Special shout out to Verna, who shared one of our videos out on Facebook, or maybe it was this live stream or a live stream. Thank you for whatever you shared out on Facebook. That is awesome. Verna, that's the person who has the channel, Vay's Place, wrote, "Blessings, everyone. I need to get packing." Hey, I hope your move goes really well for you, Verna. I hope you're happy in your new spot. And thanks again, everybody. I'm going to finish up. First and foremost, as always, God is great. Take care, everybody.